I went globally viral for a video that I took at an airport after Jake Paul's fight.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I actually saw that again.
Globally viral. I was on every single news station, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, every local station, every Dutch, German station in the world. Leave Jake Paul's fight. We go to Miami. Right? We're in Miami. You're still there.
Yeah.
I decide I'm going to go home. I'm going to go back up to New York. So I go to Miami International Airport. I'm assuming some of the people in the audience saw this. I go to Miami International Airport. This is I'm sorry, this is the worst airport in America. It is a shithole. They do not clean the bathrooms. You go in the bathroom and there are pubes everywhere. There's piss. It's like people piss on the mirrors in front of this. There's piss everywhere. It's disgusting.
I can't move away from the pubes, bro. Because when I see that shit, I'm like,
bro,
fuck.
it's fucking disgusting. You know when you walk up to a urinal and there's a puddle of piss on the floor and you can't even stand because it's everywhere. So I go to this airport and I'm like, I hate fucking being here. I love Miami, but I hate being at this fucking airport. So me and David are about to board this plane back to New York, and we see what appears to be some level of civil unrest outside the plane gate meant to go to Santo Domingo. Yeah, Santo Domingo, right? There is a man who is standing on one of those golf carts that drives the old people through the airport. Beep, beep, beep. That drives past you. He's standing there and he's giving what equates to some sort of civil unrest speech. He's speaking in Spanish. I'm not even going to try, but he's yelling. Yeah. And there's 150 people around him who are applauding him. Yeah! Yeah! Screaming, fist in the air, right? So our gate is all the way down the terminal. You think I'm going to my gate? No, that's happening.
Hell no.
Fuck no, dude. The plane's about to. I don't give a shit. I'll miss my flight. So we're standing here watching this guy go nuts. I take a couple pictures with some kids that are waiting for other flights, whatever. But I'm continuing to monitor the situation, and I even start to video him a little bit vertical for Instagram story. Always for Instagram story. Great form.
Of course.
So I'm videoing it. I'm like, but nothing's really happening. This guy could just be having a bad day, which he was. I found out later. Well, as I'm watching this man give, this speech to his people, a couple cops roll up, and I'm not talking like JFK, like tactical cops. I'm talking like some kind of rent-a kind of cops, dude. Like they probably shouldn't even have been at the airport. So they roll up. The guy's still standing there screaming, and all of a sudden, it happens. It happens. That moment, that spark plug goes off, and it ignites. A fire ignites, and I wasn't able to see what originally happened at first. But when my eyes picked it up, and in the same motion that my phone came out to start recording, this man was in a death hold from the cop. And he was getting choked out, and everyone around was screaming, "Mother, you motherfucker!" surrounding the one cop. And I'm sitting there, and I noticed immediately the rest of the people that I'm in competition with do not have the same visual angle that I do. So I'm going to have the best video of this event. And I was excited. I was like, I'm going to get a good shot here, because also they were all kind of like older people that probably had Androids. They weren't going to get a good shot. So it was me. It was all me. Okay. So I'm recording, and I'm like 20 feet away. I'm getting close. And like even David's looking at me like, yo, I'm getting close. I'm getting in the fucking action. I want to be right over this shit. So 3 or 4 other Santo Domingo passengers now jump in, and they're wailing on the cop. They're punching the cop in the head. They're throwing kicks. The cop's getting overwhelmed. Another cop jumps in. They start wailing on him.
Oh no.
So the one cop backs up, and he's backing up. And now I'm as far as I am from David. He's right there. I mean, I'm right there, right? And he backs up, and 4 or 5 of them, and they're doing that move where they go, come on, like that, as they're going up to him, like ready to pounce on him. And I see his hand, and I go, here we go, boys. He ain't going for the taser. Pulls out, and I'm like, so now I'm like, okay, so this is when you have to make a decision in these situations. Is it worth the content? Is it worth I am very close to a man who is feeling quite leisurely with his handgun. Even just pulling it out in this situation was stressful.
He was hella disheveled too at this point. His walkie had fallen out of his part, shirt ripped,
cord everywhere, shirt ripped off. I don't want to get into justification versus not. I don't want to get into any of that shit. All I'm gonna say is There was a lot of people in line of fire. There was kids in line of fire. I'm not, once again, not saying you should have put whatever, right? Pulls out. Now I stay right where I am, and I'm like, I'm getting this fucking video. I'm getting this fucking video, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm giving like little like audio, like what I'm seeing.
I thought you said don't shoot.
No, I
That-
said I was
when
just
I
like, oh
when I was
shit.
watching the video, bro, my heart dropped here.
Bro, it was
Dude, cops nowadays, when this comes out, God fucking knows what they're gonna do, man. This is the action that takes a life. This simple.
Correct.
And every cop's different.
correct, and it, you know, like,
And if you're gonna put somebody in a headlock in front of people, you might be crazy enough to like pop. that off.
well, hold on. This story has a lot. This story has a lot of moving pieces
While
to it.
I was concerned also because I think the reason all of it started was because the cop like assaulted the guy. The guy like grabbed his
Correct.
grabbed his
Yeah,
arm to be like, excuse me, and the
correct.
cop turned around and like pushed him or
So
punched him or some shit. Like
so
he's an aggressive cop is what I'm saying. So when he
Yeah.
drew the gun, I was like, yo,
yeah, I support all those statements. I do understand the idea of cops you pulling out their service weapon to push back a crowd when they feel threatened.
Sure.
So like, but I'll get into that. So anyway, so I take this video, I get some really good captions for my Instagram stories about pubes and piss on the floors, which I add in just for fun. And I throw that story up and this thing goes crazy. So I'm like, okay, it started to gain traction. So I'm like, now I'm going to add a news report to it. So I self-feed a 7 p.m. Miami-Dade news report as well, where I talked about the conditions at the airport, but also this flight home to Santo Domingo because this man wanted to go home and finish his Christmas shopping. I made a whole backstory up about this guy. This shit went uber viral. Every fucking news station in the world. I get messages from Fox News, CNN. Mike, please, we need this footage. We need this footage. So
Did you license it?
No.
Why not?
Because I was lazy. I'll explain it to you. So
Uh-huh.
I just started saying yes. I said, just please credit my work. That's all I said.
Please credit my
Please
work.
credit my work.
Like he's some sort of fucking journalist.
Yes, I felt like it for a second.
Because by the way, if I had done that shit, canceled. For sure.
What, for filming it?
Yeah, I'm even surprised you kept doing it. I mean, to be honest with you, like,
Oh no, I was beat reporter on the street, dude. I was
But you're
reporting
not.
on the story.
but you're not.
No, hold on a second. Everyone who saw that report said, you have a career in this. That was an incredible report. I even said back to Maria in the studio. I took that shit very seriously.
Was there a Maria in the studio?
No, I don't know who the fuck Maria is.
What
Where
if one of the
studio
news
is.
stations had it? They ran
Dog,
with it.
dog.
They're like, thank you, Mike. Anyways,
They
dude,
did. They fucking no, not in that way, but they really all ran the video and everything. So the people for licensing hit me up later. It was too late. I had already granted access to everyone. But the final note on it is yes, the cop came over, asked this man, yo, please relinquish the keys to this golf cart that you've commandeered for your civil unrest speech. Their flight was delayed for like a day, for like 24 hours. And they weren't giving him any reason. And so he was standing there rallying the people like, we will not give up. We will survive. We will take down this airport.